moving that jab up and down. And then when you go downstairs, take that downstairs, come up the left hook. It's gonna be open. It's gonna fall down into you. Anytime you jab down low, just keep trying to come over the top.
Or like you could say, hey, you know what? I can't beat that Mayweather style. I was too young, but look, I did it now against Crawford.
I forget Mayweather. It's a long time ago. This is different for me, you know? I lost that day and that's it. I learned a lot.
Who you liking Canelo versus Crawford? Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. I also think Canelo is slowing down, and Canelo is more of a one-punch fighter now than the combination fighter he was when he was young.
Canelo Alvarez didn't hold back after learning that Terence Crawford had sparred with Floyd Mayweather during his training camp. His reaction was intense, signaling that things have now taken a personal turn. According to Canelo, Crawford has crossed a line with repeated jabs, both verbal and strategics, that feel like blatant disrespect. He believes Crawford's actions are part of a calculated effort to undermine him, painting him as weak or past his prime. This isn't just business anymore, Canelo warned, making it clear that the upcoming fight has moved beyond the ring and into the realm of pride and personal rivalry.
Tell me a little bit about that. Did things get a little bit personal now?
Yeah, a little bit more personal because, you know, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turkey Al-Rashid told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like he walked me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't fuck with me.
Terence Crawford hasn't been shy about questioning the legitimacy of Canelo Alvarez's resume. In his eyes, many of the so-called elite opponents Canelo has faced were well past their prime when the fights happened. Crawford specifically points to names like Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, and Sergey Kovalev, fighters he believes were clearly on the decline by the time they stepped into the ring with Canelo. And when it comes to facing an active, all-time great, Crawford highlights Floyd Mayweather, who he says didn't just beat Canelo, but completely outclassed him. From Crawford's perspective, these facts cast doubt on the idea that Canelo's career places him above the rest in boxing history. He's also taken issue with what he sees as Canelo's dismissive attitude toward his own accomplishments. According to Crawford, Canelo frequently downplays the caliber of his opponents in an effort to diminish his standing something. Crawford isn't willing to let slide.
Things about Canelo's resume, but I won't. You know, I wanna, you know, pay homage to fighters that he fought, and if he don't wanna pay homage to the fighters I fought, if he thinks they nobodies, then come fight time, then I wonder what they're gonna say after I beat him.
Promoter Eddie Hearn acknowledges the natural size advantage Canelo has, but doesn't dismiss Crawford's chances. In his view, Crawford's confidence and razor-sharp focus create a real sense of danger for anyone he faces, even a bigger opponent, like Canelo. Hearn emphasizes that belief and mindset can shift outcomes in boxing. With Crawford's determination and discipline, he sees a real possibility of an upset. Hearn also notes that while size plays a role, Crawford's ability to control pace, distance, and rhythm can neutralize that gap.
Not for him, like not against each other, for him. Like he so I think he has no doubt that he beats Canelo. He really likes him. He was a great fight, but I have to say, like, tell me his major difficulties.
Well, obviously it was
Yeah, but,
no, but he beat a guy who was in the top 5 pound for pound. He destroyed him. It's really never happened.
no, I agree.
History.
I agree. I mean, he was coming off, you know, some eye problem. But we
Nobody was saying that when he was
but
beating
we're giving that
Danny
credit.
and Fuga.
Tell me more.
I'm just saying.
No,
That's a big win. Now,
Keep going.
your guy from the UK who stopped him, what round was it?
Kelvin.
Kelbrook.
Finish, baby. Yeah, go on, keep.
Okay, he stopped somebody that nobody's ever really can hurt.
Well,
Sean Porter.
I mean, yeah, but that was like 8 years before, and Errol Spence.
That was it. What do you mean?
Yeah, when he beat Sean Porter.
No, that was 2023. Terence Crawford beat Sean
No,
Porter.
I'm talking about Tell Brooks against Sean.
No, I was talking about Bud. I'm not talking about Sean. He stopped. Nobody's ever able to really hurt Sean.
By the way, I'm not disagreeing with you.
That was a great
This
win.
is like an open.
And he didn't have a lot of names at 140, but Postal and all those guys, those are good fighters. They weren't big names. Just like Bam, he doesn't have he doesn't have a whole lot of great names. Just like
No, he beat Estrada.
in a way, in a way.
Yeah, he had a couple.
In a way, yeah, he does have two great fights. In a way.
By the way, he's one of my
In a way, he
favorite
doesn't
fighters.
have a bunch of
John Ryder, who has shared the ring with Canelo, offers an informed opinion on the difficulty of facing the Mexican champion. He acknowledges that Canelo's physical presence is overwhelming and that the weight jump required for Crawford would be no easy task. Yet, even with that in mind, Ryder believes that if anyone has the mental and physical tools to handle the challenge, it's Crawford. He praises Crawford's adaptability and skill set, indicating that his technical brilliance could offset the physical disadvantages.
Can he go up 2 divisions? A lot of people in his camp believe that he's even going to stop him, but yeah, what's your thoughts?
If there's any man that could do it, it would be Terence Crawford, but I just think the sheer size of Canelo is going to be too much on the line.
Do you think size will be too much? I mean, you were in there with Canelo, you landed good shots and he took them, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Terence Crawford is an exceptional talent, but I think the size will be the factor on the line and it'd just be too big, too strong.
Crawford has been methodical in planning his strategy. He outlines 2 approaches to overcoming Canelo. The first is to pressure him, disrupt his rhythm, and overwhelm him with volume. The second is to take a more calculated route, mimicking Mayweather's blueprint of slick defense, counters, and footwork. Crawford admits that he won't have the size that Mayweather enjoyed during his prime days, but he feels confident in his own speed and timing. He sees himself as a hybrid capable of adjusting to any style and mixing aggression with tactical brilliance. That versatility might be his key to solving the Canelo puzzle.
2 things that you can do with somebody bigger and stronger. You know, you can either try to push them back, you know, because 9 times out of 10, a strong fighter not used to going back. You know, so and fuck some up, you know. Yeah. Or you can just box them because some of them just slower than others because they got flat feet, and they just looking to load up on certain shots.
Now, Crawford's definitely right here. 2 ways to beat a pressure fighter like Canelo. Either you put the pressure back on him, which is where guys like Triple G and Bivol had success, or you use your superior skills and footwork on the outside, which is how Floyd Mayweather won. Now, Crawford, he can't use the pressure approach. Not physically dominant as guys like Golovkin or Bivol. You know, Bud is a welterweight or junior middleweight jumping up. He doesn't have the size to push Canelo back. Now, the outside boxing approach, that is definitely Crawford's best chance against Canelo. You know, he is right, Canelo does struggle to cut off the ring at times. We saw that in the Skull fight. And he does load up on single shots now. But at the same time, Crawford is not the same pure boxer that Floyd Mayweather was. You know, Mayweather rarely got hit in that shell. And his form of countering, you know, a full counter, for example, was, I'm not going to get touched, and then I'll make you pay. Whereas Crawford's style of counter-punching is different. Bud will take one to throw 2 or 3 back. He can't do that against Canelo because of the size and power difference. If Bud takes a clean right hand to throw back an uppercut or a hook, he's either going to get dropped or he's going to end up on a spike like Jermell Charlo. So while I do agree Crawford does have a superior skill set in this fight, he doesn't have the size to push Canelo back, but even to someone like Mayweather to stay perfect for 12 rounds to the outside, I do think Canelo's size and power will make a difference in this fight. And that's why I like Canelo to win.
Joe Rogan's take on the matchup reflects a growing sentiment in the fight community. He points out that Canelo, while still elite, has shown signs of decline in terms of speed and stamina. Meanwhile, Crawford continues to sharpen his craft and dominate across multiple divisions. Rogan believes that the timing may favor Crawford, who is currently at the height of his powers. He highlights Crawford's pound-for-pound standing and sees the matchup as far more competitive than it might appear on paper.
So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford? Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. I also think Canelo is slowing down, and Canelo is more of a one-punch fighter now than the combination fighter he was when he was younger.
Do you think Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez?
Yeah, I think he will.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to win, but I think he can win. He's going to have to box a brilliant fight.
Ray Leonard could beat marvelous Marvin Hagler, and Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. Why do you say that? Same equation. Get in, get out. Get in, get out. over and over and over. He's got to figure the angles and the approaches that will allow him to step in, land to the body, or occasionally upstairs, and then get out.
Jim Lampley, the legendary boxing commentator, frames the fight in a broader context. He sees the matchup as a collision between two warriors who are fueled by pride and legacy. While the size difference is obvious, Lampley argues that both fighters are defined by more than just physical traits. They share a hunger to be the best and an unwillingness to back down from any challenge.
Crawford is going to fight Canelo because even if I have some doubts and misgivings about the size matchup, it is two action fighters who like to fight aggressively. Times, not all the times, going against each other, and we'll see who can open the other person's tuna can, so to speak.
Max Kellerman is firm in his stance. Terence Crawford sits at the top of boxing's pound-for-pound hierarchy right now. While he acknowledges and respects Canelo Alvarez's impressive accomplishments over the years, Kellerman believes those days are largely in the rearview mirror. In contrast, he points to Crawford's recent dominance flawless performances, where he's shown absolute command over every opponent, no matter the weight class. Canelo, on the other hand, hasn't looked as invincible lately. Kellerman highlights struggles against fighters like Dimitri Bivol and even Ryder as signs that Canelo may no longer be at his peak